Hello, everybody. This is Grace on a Journey, and you are listening to Angelic Healing Express. Welcome to the newcomer, and to those of you returning, my fellow travelers. Welcome back. We are happy to love you. Wow. This is the first time in the history of this podcast that I had an interjecting channeling message within the intro. I was about to say, we are happy to have you. But I said, we are happy to love you. And this confirms that my prayer was answered. Because as I shared before I connect with you, I invite the presence of my angelic family to be present, for them to move through me in order to connect with those that are open to their guidance. Confirmation. I really love that, y'all. Like, usually at the end of the episode, I am in gratitude because although I shared and to the capacity where I can teach something, but I always feel some type of healing through the process. But it's nice to begin it with the presence of my welcomed family, my angelic, loving family. I feel so much favor. And I can't stop smiling, but I'm going to try to proceed. We love. There we go at love again. We share. We learn. We grow. We laugh. We forgive. We improve. I was just about to say, we self-care. But on my heart, I am guided to say, we let go. So after we let go, we self-care. I am definitely receiving full effect of the guidance that is being brought to our attention. No doubt in my mind. I am divine. I am intuitive. I am expression. I am love. I am powerful. I am creative. I am safe. Balance is the fruit of the universe. Now I'm going to share something with you towards the ending of the episode. Some words of declaration. Well, I thought I had a title earlier on in the day, but I like how my angelic team likes to bring variety. In fact, that is one of their strengths and what assists me in my delivery, because they are aware of the vessel being used. And I get bored. So if something is not flavorful, if something doesn't have a change in course sometimes, if something doesn't introduce new ideas, that's not really my domain. That's why I'm a creative. That's why I interject parts of me in what I do to liven it up, to bring it into my energy. So, although I decided on a title, they changed the title on me. And in the cutest way. You see, it was by way of my inner child. Wow. As I was sharing this with you, I quickly researched the message that they're sending to me now. And I was just sharing with you that they gave me the new title by the way of my inner child. And when I received the message that was just being sent, I'm cued when there's a message. They give me a sign. That's how I know. And it could be in many forms. It could be a body sensation, which I'm feeling right now. It could be a change in temperature. It could be a change in lighting in the room. It could be, various things. You may see a wall, and I see much more than that. On the pattern of the wall. They give me a cue, and I focus, and I get it. I have developed many ways to communicate. What I've just shared with you were gifts, but there are creative ways to communicate. There are creative ways. Okay, I'm being redirected right now. Because some things are necessary between you and your angelic team. And it's privileged information. Confirmation. And before I connected with you, I said, as I delivered today, Do not let me say what is not in aligned with my highest good. I invite you to assist me in creating this content in alignment with my highest good while fulfilling my soul's mission. You see, this is how detailed your angels are regarding your requests and ability to assist you. You ask specifically. I am always asked specifically what I want. And sometimes I ask for further clarity because I thought I made it clear enough. And they give me the clarity of what they mean. Because when I ask a question, I pay attention. I remain alert because I'm waiting for the answer. I know it's coming. And so they give me signs as to what needs more detailed information in order for them to deliver exactly what I desire. I really appreciate that about them. And I also like the back and forth where when I'm not understanding something in depth, I ask for clarity and it's given to me. This is just some insight for you. But as I was sharing in regards to my inner child, how it influenced today's episode confirmation, I received an angel message. And I'm being cued. The confirmation I just heard also is connected to another message that I will be sharing with you as well. But the first message I received was, know that God sees you as a divine and worthy child of light. Now, I interpret that as being that I was born to be in my purpose. Because as I said, it was my inner child that influenced today's title. And here I get a message. It says, know that God sees you as a divine and worthy child of light. God is my Father. I am of the light. Now the next message that is being revealed and there are many different sources in relation to angel messages. I remember counseling someone once, and that was a question that was asked. What source do I need to connect with to be able to interpret these messages? And my recommendation was exactly what I did. I went into a store And I ask to be guided to what would provide me with more understanding by way of communication. I literally went through the aisles and I kept on requesting guidance, lead me to the book that I need. And when I arrived at that book, I knew it was the book. You see, the reason why that approach is taken, one, we have different soul missions. Two, your alliance doesn't have to be my alliance. And so if I share what my alliance is guiding me to, it won't make sense to you. The same way, if you guide me to what your alliance is leading you to, it will not align to me and it will not be of any use to me, because that is not my language of understanding. Some of you felt as if you didn't belong, whether it was growing up or, your young adult life. Maybe you were a late bloomer like me, where I get things done, but I get things done on my time because I'm very selective in the moves I make. I have to want to make the moves. It doesn't matter if I'm in a classroom full of people and they all on that, whatever it is. If I don't like it, I don't participate. Always been that way. We're different. So as much as you may consider someone to be in alignment with your direction in regards to spirituality, I am the teacher that will teach you how to fish on your own. That part of my life where I was handing out the fish that I caught, God has ended. He specifically said, you put others first. Your entire life, you put others first. In this new beginning, not only will I provide for you and assist you with all the help that you need abundantly, but it is time for you to be served. All that I request is you do what I call you to do. And so although I'm provided for, I'm protected, and I'm nurtured, I'm cherished, I'm loved, I am where I want to be, it's still universal law. Because I still have to contribute what He gifted me with. Yes, He's taken care of me, but I still have to contribute what he has afforded me. And I'm called to share enlightenment, wisdom, healing, love, authenticity, growth, and many more, by way of experience and sharing it. This is why I have a free spirit. I was formed in a way where I am naturally open to exploration. I am very open to other cultures. It's always been a thing. I love different accents. I love traveling. I love fashion from different countries. I love when the schools that I used to work at would have multicultural day, because people would bring in food from their country. And so I got to try food from Germany and Russia and, different countries that I may never visit. And it's because I like variety. And I know all people have something to offer. So I don't discriminate. I don't discriminate your race, your background, your nationality, your class, your level of education, your sexual orientation. I just request that you stay in your lane. I will see the light in you. As I am open to it. But I do not need you to beam a flashlight in my face. See me, accept me, and be like me, and convert to me, and everything that is me, you must align to. No. That's when there's an issue. Always been that way. What I want to tell you is, those who know me appreciate me, but they also accept me. It doesn't matter your level in connection. I think for myself. And when I feel that you're imposing your thoughts on me, I will gradually pull away. Because it literally irritates me. Because I am not aligned to that energy. I welcome you in whatever energy you're in. That's your choice. That's your life. That's free will, right? If we connect, we connect. If we don't, okay. Respectfully. And so I just require that same energy in return. If not, okay. I can move away. I'm not even going to ask you to move away. I can move away. Make you happy. The point is to keep my peace, right? Because in order for me to function at my highest capacity, I must be balanced in all parts of me. And so this is why I cannot let you intervene with that, because I know life does not come for me easy. It never has. And although I work hard, when I arrive at a point of celebration, it usually comes with jealousy. I'ma quickly share a little bit. Wow. I'm hearing inner child. So my inner child wants to come out. I'ma quickly share a little bit of my journey. One of the reasons I'm very close to my grandmother and my family, the elders, is because my mother worked very long hours, right? To provide me with the life that she wanted her children to have. You see, in my family, we are not satisfied with our children arriving to our level. We believe every generation should go above that. That was revealed to me when I graduated, and my aunt said, "So what's next?" And I'm like, "I graduated. Yeah, what's next?" In this family, we don't stop here. You got to go above that. And I never forgot that. But as I was younger, because my mom worked very long hours, I was basically in the hands of everyone that shared the building with us. My grandmother owned the building, and every apartment was someone in my family, because my great-grandmother, she had 11 kids. So please believe me, I have family. Now, because she worked long hours, she was able to afford things that some others did not have the privilege of having. It's not that they were in lack. My family doesn't experience seasons of lack because we share. What I don't have, I share with you. I mean, what you don't have, I share with you. And what I don't have, you share with me. It can be traced back. See, that's why we elevate, because we help each other. We step in for each other. Because life happens. And life is not perfect. And so when you down, I need to stand up for you. And when you up, you need to stand up for me. That's why I believe in loyalty. I grew up in that. It wasn't about competition. No, this child has to have, all her kids have this so they can show off in front of these cousins, and then you can't have it, but I can have it, and so you're less than. And no, it was never that. Family is family. But my childhood was comfortable. And so even though everyone had what they needed, I may have had more in some capacity. That doesn't mean my life was perfect. It certainly wasn't. But we don't have to go in that direction right now. But I would hear remarks like, you don't have to share your snack with Grace because she has everything. I mean, they'll say it in my face. She has everything. I think now that I'm talking out loud about it, it's the first time I was able to connect the dots right now. My grandmother owned the building. You see where I'm going with this? So, as much as I love my family, what I'm finally understanding is she arrived at a state that they didn't arrive to as yet. Of course she did. She was brave enough to leave her country, come to a foreign land, and do jobs that were less than her credentials, and sent for her children. This is what people need to realize. It's like people work for what they have. Someone in that bloodline worked for what they have. So she may have appeared that she was moving forward. It wasn't only her working. My grandfather was also doing well. Even before he moved to the United States, he employed other family members. And this is like, I can't even find a word for this. Like, maybe mind-blowing. Because I never understood all this while. I never understood why I would hear these remarks like, you know, Grace has everything. Don't share your snacks with her. Or don't let her break your toy. Or don't let this, or don't let that. It was always, you can take. Wow. It's a pattern in my life. So even though they shared in the capacity of not allowing anyone to be in hunger or homelessness, and no one is perfect, that individual got redemption, because when he passed away, I just received clearance. I was looking for a sign. Do I need to share this or not? When he passed away, I did receive some inheritance. So it never has to be hard feelings. Even as you go back into your childhood and you remember certain things, you don't have to hold it against people. But I do recommend you respectfully take it off your chest gradually. I didn't appreciate this or that. Although I didn't do that with that family member, he still left me part of his inheritance. Right? Because I loved that family member. As much as I received what I received, I lived in a very strict household. So what all these other kids got to do? Not me. When they got to go on their outings and so forth, not me. No, you know you can't go nowhere. If I'm not there, you're not going. What sleepover? You wish. This makes me smile because I remember when I relocated from New York. My friends wanted to show some love and threw a slumber party for me. My slumber party, right? Would you believe I didn't get to go to my own slumber party? I only got to go until sometime that evening and I had to go home. No, you cannot sleep over nowhere. It was a very strict house. My parents didn't play that. Okay? So, yeah, you may be feeling away because I may have certain dolls that I play with, or, you know, had my little kitchen sets. I used to like to play church. I used to like to play teacher. And I was the oldest one in my generation, right? So I would always be the teacher. My little cousins would always be the students, right? And we have different pluses in our lives. And I always felt like they had something I didn't have. But they always felt like I had something they didn't have. Now I'm going to fast forward to when I got out of college. There's a job that I really as I interact with you, I'm receiving signs and guidance and so forth. So I haven't gone anywhere. I'm still here, but even as I interact with you, I have to be alert of my environment, of the signs, what I'm sensing, and so forth. Confirmation. Right? Okay. Yeah, I got out of college. And there's a job I really wanted. But the person that I was dating at the time, who I still reference till this day, I feel he was a very wise man. But just because somebody's wise does not mean that they don't have certain areas they can improve. When I told him of the type of job that I wanted to apply for, he was like, why are you going to waste your time? And I said, what do you mean? I have a degree. No, they will never give you that job. Now he's supposed to be part of my support system. But he said, they'll never give you that job. I said, why? I'm qualified. No, but that job is in management. They'll never give it to you. Don't even waste your time. But he didn't say it in a rude way. He said it unapologetically, though. But I don't let people stop me. Whatever role you play in my life, I'm still not going to let you stop me. Parent, friend, cousin, what have you. So I applied for it anyway. Upon applying for it, I had to go to 3 different interviews. I believe after the second interview, I had to go to one of the locations and observe for 4 hours without pay. See, when you want something bad enough, you do what you have to do. There was no guarantee I was going to have the job. You do what you have to do. So I went in, did my 4 hours, and then waited for as long as they took, maybe a month later. Okay, we'll see you for that last interview, but you were interviewed by one person the first and second time. This is going to be a different type of interview because it's going to be an open table. So several people will be there asking you questions and so forth. Did that. And although they took their time to respond, just in time, they called me and gave me the job. And I say just in time because it was right in time for me to leave another job with a manager that had some issues. I love when she thought she was going to penalize me because I set my own schedule. But the only reason I set my own schedule is because we didn't have a supervisor all that while. It was just the staff. Okay, you're going to take Monday nights. You're going to take this. You're going to take that. We were just flowing. And so when she came into town, it was like, well, why you didn't talk to me about it? And I said, well, we've never been talking. I mean, if you told me that I would have had to connect with you and blah, 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 then yeah, I would have taken that route. But you're brand new. You didn't mention that. I still kept my hours. I don't know what the issue is. But she felt like she needed to reprimand me. And right at that time, I said, well, I'm going to take that opportunity to tell you that I got hired elsewhere. Yep. And I got to go because the pay is double. And I have a lot of responsibilities. It's no hard feelings. I just, I hope you can understand. I'll even, give you some days of notice. The shock of her life. Right? When people think they have you cornered and, the shock of her life. But moving on, upon getting that job and starting that job, I went in the first day and I spoke to a gentleman. And he was basically sharing some words with me. I want to share this with you. Upon hiring you, it's going to be like a pregnancy. Like, this is why I can never forget it. It's just the words he used. It's going to be like a pregnancy. Because after a couple of months, we're going to release someone else. So basically, he wanted me in the picture because he could not tolerate the temperament of one of the individuals. So he wanted me in the picture to get trained. And then he was going to let her go. I walked into it. That wasn't my plan. That wasn't my decision. I didn't even know the people. But it's a job, right? Funny thing is, that individual never taught me anything. I feel she knew what was going on, right? As I look back, she never taught me anything. Instead, she would take me in her car and take me to the mall and I'm on payroll, salary. Like, what you doing? But she did all of that, but trained me. But because I was smart and understood she was playing a game, I would have people come to me, secretly. How is so-and-so treating you? Because, the entire company knows she's a trip. So I know it ain't a piece of cake. So what's going on? And I would be selective on who I disclose that, I'm just concerned that I'm not being trained. Like, I don't understand what's going on. I'm there and sometimes I'm watching TV. I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? 8 hours. What's going on? And then someone disclosed to me that, she just doesn't want to train you. That's clearly what's going on. She doesn't want to train you. So I have company of those that are very wise. Like elders in my family. And I brought that to the attention of one of my elders, and she said, she's trying to get you to lose the job. What you need to do is connect to some people in the job that have your same title and little by little learn from them what you're supposed to be doing. This lady didn't want me to learn the job so much. Usually when you enter a job, you have a certain title. She gave me the wrong title. The title I was hired under, she said, no, that's not what you are. This is what you are. This is what we have an opening for. She didn't train me either, but she told me the wrong title, so I didn't know what I should connect with. And then after reconnecting with someone that I felt trustworthy, confirmation, trustworthy enough to assist me with some guidance, I told her, listen, I'm a little confused. because I was hired with this title and she says, no, I'm this title. And that individual said, no, that you're right. It's the title that you said. Like I said, I think a game is playing. So since that person interviewed me, I said, I need to be in connection with those that work in your residential setting. Because if I do, then they could train me, because I'm not getting any training over here. And from that, I was able to learn from others that had my same title that were on the job. As a matter of fact, when she noticed me doing the job without being trained, she asked around, have you been talking to Grace? Because I just want to know. I know she's talking to someone, that someone's coaching her. I know she's talking to someone. And then she uncovered who gave me the lead regarding who I needed to get coached from. And she just started this big argument with me, like, why are you going to ask other people to train you? Do you want people to think I'm not doing my job? And like, this lady was something else. Funny enough, she is of the same culture that would have gang-stalked me and try to sabotage me as well. All this to say, if you take the time to look at your life from the beginning to present day, you will recognize the patterns. As you recognize the patterns, you'll say, oh, so that's the lesson I was supposed to learn there. That can help me right now. And it happened more than once. It happened over there too. And that was the lesson. This is one of the reasons why I was able to survive with the last episode of being ambushed to sabotage me. I recalled what happened. Someone did not want me to learn my job description because she felt threatened. Follow me. She felt threatened. And then she told me, this is not your title. This is your title. Trying to bring confusion in. Lies. Right? Then giving me a rough time. Being abusive. Literally abusive with my words. With her words, rather. And eventually I took a stand. Because there were points where I would leave, right? Because I was working my own hours. I had a salary, but I just had to complete the 40 hours a week. Didn't matter what time I was there. So when I needed to take a break from the abuse, I would drive to a corner somewhere and breathe. As a matter of fact, it was through that journey I learned I developed anxiety. I didn't have anxiety before that. But she was so abusive, I developed anxiety. And later on, I developed, I believe that's the season that I was taking precautions regarding my health in order to avoid BP, blood pressure issues. So I remember there was jealousy. I was the only one of a different culture. All of them had the same culture. They went to the same church. They connected with each other outside of the job. I was always the topic of conversation. There was always something wrong with me. And even though I was the supervisor, they had issues. Monthly, I had to survey them. And if they got something wrong while being surveyed, I would have to write them up. And everything I did according to my job description was an issue. Oh, she wrote me up. You know, that wasn't even serious. She didn't have to do that. All of this. And, you know, I get attitude from that person and get attitude from the Get Along gang. Confirmation. It's basically what happened to me again. I've been there, done that. So I know how to maneuver. I know the first thing I need to do is detach, right? But when I asked God, I said, why do I have to go through this again? I resigned. So what's the issue? When it was time to resign, I said peace, and I left. Don't got time for it. Meanwhile, I had a full-time job, 40 hours a week, so I could work whatever hours I wanted, just as long as I completed the 40 hours. Still kept my job working with autistic kids. And so I had 3 jobs, a full-time job and 2 part-time jobs. So, need you for what? I'm very versatile and I have a lot of energy. At the time, I didn't have a child yet. So if I leave you, I still got somewhere to go Monday morning. Like, it's not an issue. Like, it's never an issue. So, yeah, I did leave. So I said, God, why is it that I have to experience this journey again? Go into meditation. And when I went into meditation, I said, I don't get it. I'm still waiting. Give me a clue. I'm still meditating. It didn't come the first or second day. It took me a while. I am in my truth, and that's why I have to speak the truth. It took a while. Things don't always just come to me. Sometimes it takes a lot of processing. I had to retrace my steps. Well, this happened and that happened and I did this and I did that and I did this. Oh, I quit. Bingo. I quit. But God wanted to teach me the reason why you're going through this again. You quit. You didn't have to quit. But you quit. So this time, you are going to stand up. Because I recall when I was dealing with the defamations of characters and so forth that I was dealing with, the lies that were, oh my God, you would not even want me to go into detail because it was so much that I endured. Right? So many lies that were told. And this is why they are experiencing what they are experiencing to that gravity, because it was beyond attack. It was beyond abuse. It was just efforts to totally annihilate me. That's basically what was trying to be done. Because I had a certain position and they didn't want me to have it. They wanted to have it. I remember telling God, listen, you know I don't like to be around people that I'm not welcome by. You know I don't have time for that. You see, one of the reasons why certain groups may have issues with me is because they apply so much effort to make me feel less than. But because of my roots, my ancestors, my family, not once in my life I have felt less than another human being. Never. It's in my blood. It's in my DNA. See, since as a child, I was always told, this is who you are. This is where you come from. This is the history of your people. Feel down for what? Are you serious? Like my parents, especially my father, really sat me down and shared my history with me. My mother is known as, they gave her a title, I can't recall what it is right now, but she's the one that organizes the family reunions. She's the one that has everyone's birthday on her calendar and sends them cards. She's the one that is best friends with all the elders. This is my foundation. So I know who I am. And just like she had elders that she were close to, I am following her footsteps in that respect. But it's moved on from my family alone. I have older people that are just drawn to me to help me. It's not even about mentoring. Literally to help me. I've had older people. Can I call you and pray with you every week? Can I do this for you? Can I do that for you? Can I help your son this way? Oh, yes. God always provides for me. But when I told God, I said, I don't got time because, I don't need to be anywhere. That's how I am in a one-on-one relationship, and it's no different with a group. I know my potential. And that every time when a door closes, I got confirmation. That's a helicopter. Every time when a door closes, I fly to the next destination. It's always been that way. It's never backwards for me. So, when I told God, listen, I don't need to be around people that don't want to be around me, this is what I was told. It makes me emotional. And I'm not going to say, excuse me, it's okay to be emotional. Love is your inheritance. You are a gift to this world. So I ask for further clarity. Love is my inheritance. You are a gift to this world. Then I receive a gift is not a gift unless it is shared. And I understood. Because soon after that, I got even more help than I was getting before. Like, I already had a relationship with my angelic family, but it's gone beyond that. My gifts increased, and it was revealed to me the reason why it's increased is because you will be using them. While you fulfill your mission. Now, I didn't even know I was going to go into all of this with you, but I was led in that direction. Confirmation. I love your confirmations. I really do. It helps me too. Not just confirming for others, but it helps me to know that my angelic family is pleased and that I am in alignment with what I am called to be. I'm being led to share today's title. It came to me by way of a song. So when I heard the song, I smiled because it reminded me of my childhood. And I understood what needed to be edited to align it with today's episode. When I was younger, I used to play a game on the playground. Hands up in 85. I want to get the names of girls. 1 apiece, 2 apiece. No hesitation for demonstration. Let's go to the show, starting with Grace. Now, it did not have to be names of girls. It could be names of boys, names of cars, names of colors, But I was like, that's an interesting song. Why is that the channeled song? And I heard Heads Up. And when I heard Heads Up, I said 2024. Yes! So it was Heads Up in 85. So today is Heads Up in 24. We are going to share some insight to prepare you in a manner for you to protect yourself and defend yourself. Because it was just last week, it was brought to my attention that although I have a lot of titles, one of the ones that I am just discovering is I have a talent to teach others how to protect themselves. It was the funniest way that message was revealed to me. I just woke up and I looked at some of my electronics and I noticed a page on the screen that I didn't download. So I paid attention and I read it. And I said, I know this is a message. And I received the message. You see, my angelic family is very creative in how they communicate. And that's because they know I would understand. Because I pay attention to details. As I'm talking to you, I'm seeing some of the dreams that I will never forget because I never thought I would have dreams like that, where I can experience being in classroom settings and learning. A lot of what I shared with you comes from very high places. That is my purpose. That is why only I can be in my lane. Everyone has a lane. You just have to develop yourselves in a manner to be open to being trained for your lane. I've shared this before, where since my 20s, my prayer always was, God, help me to reach my highest potential. I invite you to do that. Be the best you that you were meant to be. Ascension continues, providing you align yourself to it. Although many that were gang stalking me did not feel that I was qualified because I did not subscribe to the darker arts, I was here to teach you. Whether you continue to follow me or not, I was here to teach you that everyone has their own lane. That God is God. That He has the last word. Regardless of your psychosis to grandeur, in regards to grandeur, your manic episodes, God will always have the last word. And I fulfilled my mission with you. That's why it's complete. We were never meant to stay in each other's lives. It's called fate. Because I lived a sheltered life due to the protection of my parents, there were lessons that I still had to learn to align to my position. And in my truth, I will never credit you. I want to be frank. I will never credit you for abusing me. I will never credit you for lying on me. I will never credit you for manipulating me. For stealing from me. For wrongfully accusing me. For conducting defamations of characters on me. For devaluing me. For outcasting me. For leading me astray. For mocking me. For targeting me. For sexually exploiting me. I have a message I'm being led to share. The individual that resonates to it is who it belongs to. Although you committed many crimes against me, as above, so below. Spiritually, and physically. Emotionally and mentally. My angelic family. God. And my ancestors saw. When you prostituted me spiritually. That is how you signed your death certificate. And if I'm being told it's more than one of you, and I see your faces, it was the one and the two that decided we can use her for sexual magic. I need you to go to her mind manipulate her, have her under a spell, lie to her, and tell her I'm going to take a pause because I need a sign. Do I reveal it or not? I'm about to get the sign. I'm waiting. Wow. Wow. Okay, I got the sign. I got the sign. We're going to energy harvest. We're going to use her for energy harvesting. So I need you to sleep with her. And then I need you to sleep with me. You know what sign I got to continue in sharing that? Because I hesitated. A card that said, uprooted. You have been uprooted. Signing my name to sacrifice me. Exploiting my sacral chakra because I have the gift of creativity, and allowing access to it by conducting your orgies is spiritual rape. I want you to know why you will endure what you have yet to endure. I'm hearing it's just the beginning. Then having wow, I was going to say audacity, but I just almost said attitude. Having the attitude that I was just a prostitute to you, and having the audacity to call me a prostitute when I've never ever sold my body. Then to make your grave a little deeper, stating I committed abortions, when God, as my witness, at the age of 32, I was going to classes because I had my own apartment. I was going to classes to give me an opportunity to be a foster parent. This is how much I love children. My first child was at 33. Okay? Because God saw I wanted a child before I could begin fostering. I had one. So to tell somebody that I was aborting children when I've had one pregnancy in my life made my angelic family angry, made God angry, made my ancestors angry. And I'm feeling a sensation right now that is confirming, yeah, my ancestors was ready for you. See, I wasn't raised like that. One of the reasons why I made the mistake in learning because as we make mistakes, we learn. So I made the mistake to learn by marrying you is even at the age of even in my adult life, my family doesn't care how old you are. They will say things, well, to be honest, not they. One of my family members will say things that appear offensive. Why are you coming home at this time? Mind you, I have a child. And that's why I still have respect for myself. Because although I don't approve of certain language, it has assisted me from making a lot of mistakes in my life. That's why I'm not with everybody. You see, if I'm not home at a certain time, I know what's coming, right? They don't care how old you are. I know what's coming. And I made the decision to move forward because I said, well, I'm tired of having to deal with this, right? And I could take care of myself. I've done it before. So I could do it again. Because after being on my own, I decided to move back home. I'm hesitating to explain. Let me get some clearance. I got it. Okay? I came back home. I could share why I came back home after I moved out. My son's father requested that I move to his location. At the time, I was at the job where I just spoke about earlier. I heard that confirmation. So I wasn't about to leave that job Even though I would have wanted us to be together, I didn't feel it would be wise to leave that job because it took a lot to even get the position. So due to that stance, he moved down here. He left his job and he moved down here. I'm laughing at something because I just remembered something. But it's not necessary this year. I got a sign. So things were smooth, right? But my family will tell you, confirmation. I don't play that, right? So I discovered a lot of lies, one by one. Lies that I couldn't live with. And I had a conversation internally. I said, how am I going to handle this? Because the man moved from another state to be with me. Now, how am I going to say I want to break up? It's going to put me in a very uncomfortable situation because how is he going to react, right? When it's just been a couple of months. Really? You made me move down here and now you're saying this? And I don't like confrontation. So in order to get out, confirmation again, of that relationship using wisdom and not conflict, I allowed the lease to expire. And I moved back home. That way I didn't have to say, I'm going to break up with you and you're going to have to move. And it made it easy, right? I don't want problems, right? Yeah, that surprised him too. Yeah, but there's certain lies I don't tolerate. There's certain situations I refuse to remain in. And so that is why I moved back home. And just some months after that, I got sick. I thought it was food poisoning. And while conversing with him, he said, we need to go to a pharmacy and look into something because I think this is what's going on because we both ate the food and I'm not affected by it. So, yeah, I really believe that's what's going on. Yeah, we found out that's what it was going on. Okay? We did. So, in my family home, even as an adult, with a child, There are still boundaries. I was raised a certain way. And even as an adult, when my child was born, I had a group of elders from my family sit me down. This is how you're going to move from now. Okay? Listen. Because this is what you need to do to be a good parent. And they told me, you have a son. You have to set a good example for him. Because if you do not behave in a way where you are being respectful, he's going to get that same belief regarding all women. That's not going to work. So you have to conduct yourself respectfully in everything you do. Second of all, you cannot be dating one person and another person and another person. Although that's not what you do. That's not what you're going to do either. Because this boy cannot be exposed to this man, then another man, then another man. It don't work like that. And prior to that, I've shared several times, my father didn't play. Okay? Yo, if I was afraid of any man on this planet, my father didn't play. Straight up told me, until you finish college, forget that. You know what I'm saying? No dating, none of that. This man had people come try me, like knowing I'm going to go to this location or that location. Hey, can I give you my number? Can I get your number? And I'm like, no, I'm not interested. Next day, that individual would be on my lawn. He told me that, though. He said, I'm going to have people following you. He went overboard. I understand that. But for real, though. Like, he didn't play. So I didn't have any type of, history with this one and this one and that one. None of that. Sometimes me and my best friend, my love of my life, laugh about that. Because I haven't met anyone else that's ever told me that the first time they ever went on a date was at age 25. You hear me? I said a date. I said a first kiss at the age 25. So for you to temporarily ruin my reputation, sure enough, my ancestors live in me, right? You thought they wasn't gonna come for you? You serious? In my family, we are not about continuing generational curses. I've shared before that due to my grandfather's relationship issues, wanting to be a Rolling Stone, my grandmother ended that relationship because that was not enough for her child. Right? And so since she knew she was going to raise my father on her own, she gave him her first name and her last name. Okay? Because her name was unisex. So she was able to give him her first name and her last name. This is why my father raised me that way. He said, this is what happened to my mother. We're not going to allow this curse to happen to you. Right? He did his job. He did his job. Every day I was taught, respect yourself. I still hear it. Respect yourself. He also used to like to say, use your brain. Me and my brother, we laugh about that all the time. Because once in a while he says, use your brain. And I remember my dad. All this to say, the reason why you came for me the way you did is because you thought I was raised or I was living like what you've been accustomed to. What you saw. What you grew up with. But I am not the one. You understand me? I respect myself. If I am connected to a man, I try to make it work. Because I don't want to be with this one and that one. That's me. That's the only reason I stuck around for as long as I did. Even though after, you couldn't be a man. Truth? Am I telling the truth? First week of marriage, right? I'm not stuttering. First week of marriage, right? And I remained faithful throughout the entire marriage. Even when we got separated, I remained faithful throughout the entire marriage. It's not because I didn't have people that were interested. I know you remember me because you're still stalking me. You know my presence. Well, you knew. You have no clue right now. True story. But you knew my presence. You knew my personality. You knew I was respected. I was appreciated. I was loved. Everything that you wasn't giving me, I still had it. Men and women. I'm a very good friend. I'm not going to hit you under the belt, but let you play with me, and I'll show you how it's done. Right? It's by God's grace that I'm trying not to laugh. Okay, I could say it's by God's grace I hold my tongue now. Because people that know me know I don't have to use a curse word. Not even one. But if you come for me, right? Right time, right place. You feel me? If you come for me, I'll make you go think about yourself. You hear me? I mean, we all got to know our strengths, right? I don't have to use profanity. All the interactions I've had with you and all your all of your followers that belong to that harem, I never had to curse one of them out. I've never cursed one of them out yet. Right? But please believe me, I have visions of them crying. You know why? My weapon is the sword of truth. I'm going to help you see yourself. And that is one of the reasons why we cross paths, because you were in the illusion of holier than thou, and so were they, because you felt like you looked like holier than thou, which is a joke, but that's on you. That's not my business. But you needed to see yourselves, so God used me as a mirror. Hid me in plain sight and just allowed you to see the reflection of you and never see me. I don't like to refer to myself as karma. But yeah, I think about it. Because a lot was revealed to me. Right? I was told that that gang that you belong to did this to several people before. And no one made it out alive. I remember maybe 2 years ago, I shared that these people that you killed, that you sacrificed, are going to be part of your downfall. I'm going to make you understand some things that you are blind at seeing. These people that you've harmed, and killed. Those with spiritual eyes can see. And wow, I'm seeing someone wailing because they're hearing the truth. It's interesting how I'm seeing it, but I'm not hearing it, but I'm seeing it. Yeah, the truth hurts. Those spirits, they're still around you. I just want you to know that. Your karma is what it is because you came for me. And although you wanted to keep me in the dark of who I was called to be, God awakened me to that. So now that I know who I am, now that I stand in my power, I understand why you are getting a can of whoop, ASS. I understand. It's in relation to my calling. All I have to do is be in my calling. I was spiritually approached that you have a choice, yes or no. If you want to be in your mission, it's a yes. If you don't, if you choose to go a different route or follow your free will or whatever it is, you could do that too. You could join or you could deny. But if you do not align with your calling, we won't be here to protect you. Straight up. There's time to diplomatically express yourselves, but there's also a time to be raw. And I'm being raw right now. Listen, you're in danger. Your life is in danger. Okay? If you align with what you're called to do, you're protected 24/7. You can't be touched. You feel me? All your needs will be met. Love will follow you. Grace will follow you. Prosperity will follow you. Your gifts will be remembered and reclaimed. This was all revealed to me while I was awake. I'm told to share that. While I was awake, I was not sleeping. And they were not people. They were angels. While I was awake. And it's your choice. So, as I was saying, yes, I will, even though I didn't even know the details of what I was being called to do. I just knew that people were trying to kill me and I could have backup. And these are angels So I'm comfortable with that. If it was demons that approach me, I reject. As I've shared before, I was asked that before. What do you want to join? Do you want to join the left-hand path or the right-hand path? And I was sleeping when that happened. It was in a dream. And I said, I choose God. So I already was chosen because I accepted. But in order for me to move forward, I would have to accept that angels would be part of my life forever. A lot of changes had to be made. And I was told, before you accept, you have to make a sacrifice. The sacrifice is you. You are going to detach from people, places, and things that can interfere with your mission. Pay attention. Now, I understood that to be as people that would want to control my faith, my movement, and so forth. And I didn't even have to think about that. I knew all of that. I knew everybody that would oppose me. Right? The next day, I went on social media and I made a declaration. That is why I did it. It wasn't because I was crazy, and no. I made a declaration because that was part of my initiation. Okay? I had to make a declaration. I said, you're going to see some changes in me. I posted this on social media. You're going to see some changes in me because I want to progress. And I want to live in my soul's purpose. And so I will be detaching from some of you. It's nothing personal, but I cannot allow energies that can interfere with where I am called to go. Yes, I posted this. My page was public. Had over 4,000 subscribers. I stood in my truth. I have to get clearance for what I'm about to say. Okay. They wanted me to. The reason why I had to make that declaration. Oh, there's more. Okay, the reason why I had to make that declaration is because I had to make the point that I am committed to my mission. It was a test. And it was blind faith. But it gave me the covering that I have. Those of you that are curious, why can't we kill her? We did this spell. We paid this much money. We went to this country. We gave everyone her picture. We stole her. Yeah. The man that I was married to stole my hair. Brought it to his coven that I wasn't aware that he belonged to. Brought it to spiritual practitioners to kill me. Life is funny because I remember I was in front of my dresser facing my mirror and I was cutting my hair. He was sitting in the room and I was cutting my hair. I wanted to go natural. And sometimes you need to cut your hair due to the different textures. You need to cut your hair because I tried to go natural without cutting my hair and letting my hair grow out. But I started having issues. So I decided to just cut it off. Not knowing that there was witchcraft being done for me to lose my hair, for me to gain weight, for me to, have issues with my skin. Like they were attacking me. This is why I was like, that was the dumbest move. Like, why would you have to marry someone if you know you got a harem of people? Like, do what you do. Like, you thought only you was interested? Even though you wasn't interested in me, you was interested in my pockets, but I shared that with you. That when I committed to you, that even male friends that I had, I said, I cannot continue to talk to you anymore because I'm married now and I have to be respectful. I went that far. If it was a friend, I'm like, okay, back up. They respected that. Yeah, they may say happy birthday, but that was the only exchange. So, yeah, you went too far. You really went too far. And God says, I have to forgive, but I don't have to forget. I did a lot for you. I did more for you than I did for my child's father. And that's the truth of the matter. And unlike you, he spoiled me. I had a job, more than one. 3. But I paid my bills when I wanted to. That's the type of man he is. So you come in half ASS didn't impress me whatsoever. I tolerated you. And that's the truth of the story. I tolerated you. The only reason I didn't divorce you sooner, I was embarrassed. Like, how could you get married and the day you get married, you already don't want to be married? I mean, the same day, yo. It didn't take another day, the same day. Before we went on our honeymoon, I already was like, yo, I made a mistake. Because that's when you was uncovering even more lies that, no, I didn't really own a restaurant. I share. What you said, something about like you contributed to the company, so you have a share in it, but it's not really yours. And all of these lies wasn't necessary. I told you my financial situation, and I expected you as a man enough to tell me your financial, because I was like, I'm not going to be living home. So we need to know we're going to have enough money to have an apartment. You know, you need a car and all of this. Oh yeah, my car's coming and whatever. Never came. Never had the money. Then when you get married, you can't even pay your bills. None of your bills, right? You're working at a restaurant and you're claiming that they're abusing you because you don't have papers. So that's why they're not paying you. Meanwhile, I'm the one driving you to another city to go to work. Then I drive myself home. Then I got to drive again to go pick you up and then drive back to home. I did all of that. This is who you tried to sacrifice. Paid for your haircuts, paid for your phones, paid for your clothes, paid for your food. What more did you want from me? I know how to love. I don't just love by sharing things with people or giving people gifts. I also love or being responsible for you and helping you out. I also am very attentive. If you have a problem, I'm open to talk to you. I'm open. I even invited you to go to some of the groups that I facilitated. I said, you don't even have to say anything, but I knew something was wrong with you mentally. I said, you could even go to the group, like the depression group, because you said you had a lot of things on your mind. Then I said, you have depression. You're showing symptoms of depression. You said, no, I'm not you. I'm not weak like you. I don't have depression. I don't have this. I'm not you. Remember all of that? I'm not you. You know what I'm saying? Because I took care of myself. I was practicing self-care. I was making time in my schedule to go to counseling, to be healthy, to rebuild myself, and so forth. I'm not you. You know what God told me after the wall came down? You had an opportunity to have me 24/7 because you prayed and you asked God for someone like me, right? And due to the issues you were having in secret that I wasn't even available to, because I asked you straight up, these are the things I don't tolerate. Do you do drugs? Do you do alcohol? Do you club? I asked all the right questions and I got all the lies. It's not right or wrong. All the lies. Right? So he provided you with someone that not only taught and facilitated support groups and counseled and did case management for people with dual diagnosis, some triple, right? Mental health and substance abuse. God put it in your hands, yo. And you looked at me. She ain't all that. I prefer the girls I have to pay. Oh, God. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Yeah, I prefer the girls that have to pay. I prefer the girls who are not independent, who don't think for themselves, who are not strong, who, you know what I'm saying? That's what you wanted. That's what you was exposed to. That's what you grew up. And people have the tendency of wanting what's familiar to them, right? But you wasn't familiar to me. I didn't grow up around weak men, right? I didn't grow up around men who couldn't think for themselves. I'm very masculine in that energy. Like, I don't do nothing I don't want to do. Trust. My family could tell you. Very strong-minded. But that's because I refuse to do the wrong thing. That's why. Right? I refuse to do the wrong thing. So I rationalize. Now, if I do this, what could happen? This could happen. This could happen. This could happen. Okay, so I shouldn't do it. No. And then I could have someone say, yeah, you could do it. And I could think, well, that's not me. That's not who I am. I would not be comfortable doing this. So that's a no. Family, friend, anybody. Even when God asked me to do something, right? Before me moving forward in spirituality, when I was in organized religion in the church, I didn't listen all the time. Help me, God. Help me to do that. Help me to do that. I need strength to do that. Because I always had a connection where if I was doing anything that God didn't approve, that's one of the reasons why I would have anxiety. This is how strong the connection I have with God is, that if I'm doing something that He doesn't approve, He's going to keep putting in my head, keep putting in my head, keep putting in my head. I mean, everywhere, every day, I'ma hear it. Somebody going to say it. I'ma hear it in a song. I'ma see it in a movie. I have no choice. If I want my wellness, to please believe, I surrender, because I want my wellness. Because he needs to use me. So, no, you can't do that. Yes, you have to forgive. No, you can't do this. Yes, you have to move forward. Yes, you have to connect and teach people who tried to kill you. You thought that was easy for me? I'm a spiritual being, have a human experience. Yes, I know. Because it was revealed to me by my angelic family. I know I am an earth angel. However, I am having a human experience. So it's not easy sometimes. Because I wanted to straight up cut all of y'all off. Like, I wanted a life where, and when I say all of y'all that tried to kill me, all right? All of y'all that did spell work on me and my family, all right? All of y'all that was ready to sacrifice me and make money for sacrificing me. I'm talking to y'all right now, right? I said, God, I don't want to do nothing with those people. Like, I just want to, I got A to Z now. I could do this for you. I could do that for you. I could do this. I could do that. Every letter of the alphabet, I got it. I could do this. I could do that. But then he said, love is your inheritance. You are a gift to this world. You deserve to be loved. Confirmation. It's always on time. Confirmation. You deserve to be loved. When I was like, okay, so I need more clarification. All right? I'm loved. I know I'm loved. I deserve to be loved. No, you deserve to be loved. And you're going to be loved. You're called to teach. Help others heal. Share your story. So as much as I was all right with just living my life, my best life, because I could, right? Privately. I stress privately. That's why I had to be in the type of connection that I'm in. He respects and understands why I want to live my life privately as possible. Okay? Because some of you, in truth, have mental illness. Have no regard for boundaries. Hack people's computers and track where they're moving in their vehicles and, come to their neighborhood and stare at their house or leave spell work on their lawn, leave dead animals. I've experienced all of that, yo. They killed the cat, y'all. And it hurts my heart. They killed a cat. And they put it in my backyard. They killed a snake. And they put it in front of my door. They killed a turtle. And they put it in front of my... This is the wickedness, the demonic energies that I had to endure. Right? I had to pass my test. That's why you hear me here speak in rawness sometimes and say, they disgust me. You understand? Animals. I love animals. How could you kill a cat? How could you kill any animal just to do foolery? I love animals so much. I go to the park to see them. I go to the zoo to see them. I go to the aquariums to see them. And you wasted their lives to do your witchcraft. And then had the audacity to say, oh, she's a demon. She's a bad person. She's satanic. She's this. She's that. Yo, I wasn't raised like you. I'm not about that life. But I surely know what to do to protect myself. You know what's funny about y'all? I remember they did a death spell on me, right? And they called on a particular entity. This is something I'll never forget. I woke up one morning and the name of that entity just came in my mouth 3 times. I said his name 3 times. He alerted me who he was. Then I dreamt that this man that said I do had my name in a casket that he had in the palm of his hand. And he brought it to a cemetery, and I saw a spirit come up from the ground. And he offered to give the casket. And why that dream is so unforgettable, majority of the time when I dream in English. But because that spirit is from another culture, he spoke in his native tongue. Right? And he said, when he was offered the casket with my name, he said, no, c'est vous moi vle. I'll never forget that. Translated to, no, I want you. So that symbolized when you tried to sacrifice me, you sacrificed yourself. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you though? You were supposed to fulfill a purpose. But you had y'all really want me to say that? I'll just say you had females on the corner, on the membrane. Okay? And you had money on the membrane. And you were taking my hard-earned money. I was always working 2 or more jobs throughout the entire marriage. My hard-earned money to pay for prostitutes. And the reason why you did that is because your harem of prostitutes notice I pause because I look for clearance. You had to pay for sex. Meanwhile, you was impotent in your marriage. I remember when I was married, I was like, what's going on, God? I don't understand. Like, did I do something wrong? I'm being transparent with you right now. Did I do something wrong or something? And after the divorce, God said, I was protecting you. That touched me to the soul. Because what I didn't see, he saw. He saw that you were with prostitutes. He knew you was picking up STDs out there. He knew those prostitutes hated me so much that they wanted to give me what they picked up on the streets. I didn't know. I just trust God, right? I didn't know I was in danger. I thought I was married to someone that was impotent. So why would I think he was cheating? That's why I began to have dreams and seeing you have sexual activity with other people. And I'm like, what's this? This man is impotent. It's not adding up. Meanwhile, it was because spell work was done. So there would be no sex life, and also there would be no procreation. Now, what I'm about to say is about to blow your mind. You sold my womb, right? Spiritually. One of your whores did magic so that we would never procreate. Confirmation. One of your whores did magic so we could never procreate. I have never been infertile, but I have always been careful. You feel me? Because I don't want no STDs, right? I don't want to die with such diagnosis. So I don't care. I'm going to protect myself. Always. Now, there's something I was hesitating in saying, but I keep getting signs. I didn't want to say it. But because the title is Heads Up 2024, I have to say it. I'm asking for strength. I'm here, y'all. I'm just hyping myself up, for lack of a better way of saying it. I'm always careful. And after you did your love spells and manipulation and so forth, you said you had protection. And when I was in a position to not be able to release myself or move or get out of the way or whatever, you said, I can't wear protection. I'm allergic to protection. So you lie in order to expose me. To the crap you got from the prostitutes. Due to my anxiety, I am very careful and thorough with my health. I never spend more than 3 months without going to the doctor. And this is just for physical. Is everything all right? With no symptoms. That also includes all types of tests. Blood tests, urine tests, every test. Nothing gets neglected. More than once a year. Meanwhile, I'm careful. Regardless, I got to take the test because I have to make sure my mind is clear. Because when my mind is clear, I'm free. I don't have no weight. I don't have to be worrying about what if, a cold comes or this and that. Could it? I'm not in that crew at all. I can't live like that. This is why I don't play. You cheat one more. You cheat one time. There's never a one more time. You got to go. I told you that though. I said I don't play about that. I said I don't even talk about that. Like there's nothing to talk about. Like you cheat, okay. You block. We never talk again. That's how I do it. Very careful person. And like I said, because of my anxiety, it causes me to always know everything and know where I stand and, I'm laughing because the doctor I have, he knows about my anxiety, right? So he goes out of his way to call me and say everything is good. You good. But he does it like in a very caring way. I'm sure he doesn't do this for all of his patients. He does it in a very caring, loving way. Very respectful. Very respectful. I'm very thankful to have him as my doctor. Right? I know I'm in safe hands. And yeah, I told him that I was married to a man that was committing adultery. So I need you to make sure I'm okay. We talk about everything. If I still have my sanity, which all of you know I have, it's because I'm healthy. There are certain diagnoses I can never come across. Right? So I'm good. Praise God. But to hear that you are ruining my reputation, saying she has this, she has that, she has this, she has that, she gave me this, she gave me that. I have records. My entire marriage, I have records that I've always been straight. God heard your lies. God told me he was going to punish you for that. Nobody wants to die. Well, I don't know about you, but the type of people I'm used to don't want to die. You know what I'm saying? When you know you're a successful man, you have a great life ahead of you, you're in love with somebody that you would never juggle. You want to make sure you're straight. You know everything's okay. Right? Why would he want to throw his life away? And the fact that God put us together is confirming. It's because we are good for each other. So the falsehood that you've been saying, I'm telling you, God will punish you. You haven't experienced it yet. As a matter of fact, you will be experiencing it for eternity. I'm just telling you the truth. Okay? Since we may be short on time, I'm just going to share some cards, okay? This card is saying you have the audacity to want to come live with me. Then it says, dishonest, unfaithful, remain cautious. Next card, gambler. You regard me as a star, an angel of hope. You know I'm from Spirit with Love. You know I'm a visionary. You know manifestation is my superpower. You know I'm a healer. You know I'm balanced and that I have grace. The tower is that after you rejected me, you have to make peace with the fact that you didn't contribute to me, and now I'm wealthy. The audience, everyone's watching you be the clown. I'm protected from your plots and your secret crimes. I'm trusting God with the future. Those who deny reality will always live a distrustful life. So even though when I was sharing truth for all of these years, even after the divorce, you denied reality. No, these are the good people. They're killing people. They're doing spells on people. They're lying. They're stealing. Those are the good people. But deny reality. So now I have freedom, right? I remain in the healing light. I'm in the energy of delight. And I moved on. You're not the only one that wants to steal. A lot of you want to steal what is mine. Lying and saying to your family that you were supposed to get an inheritance. I took an inheritance to them, and the only way you would have had access to the inheritance, clearly you didn't love me, is because you married me. Therefore, it was my inheritance. Okay? I'm waiting for clearance for something, because there's something I want to say. Nah. Because I was going to tell you something about yourself, but I got a sign that I got to give you grace regarding you and your family that think you could come and take what's mine and just kill me. I was going to tell you about yourselves. But because I stay in alignment, I'm going to follow what I was just instructed. Next card, sad, disappointment, separation, breakups, disaster, hardships, betrayal. Now you betrayed. Everything y'all did to me, you're going to experience it yourself. All right? So if you want to know what's next, go look at your book. Since I was being used as a study rat for you to throw spells on and such, review your books and then you know what's coming. I did call judgment. I'm observing. You still are lost and you can't make any decisions of how to move forward because you denied your calling. I was there to help you, not steal from you. You made a fool out of yourself because I was there to help you. But you decided to sacrifice me because you could have had a harem of whores. You preferred that type because you aligned to them. Metatron, Rainbow Bridge, always open. Right? Communication on point. Sensitivity. Very intuitive. Karmic relationship. You are a karmic. Okay? Miracles are headed for me. And I have to sacrifice any connection to you. Doesn't matter how much you beg. Doesn't matter how much I'm sorry. Doesn't matter whatever. I cannot even fall for your trap of collaboration. Okay, I didn't know. God told me I am not allowed to do collaborations with you. He's called me to work alone because I have to say what He wants me to say. I have to do what He wants me to do. And someone else may have another direction. So, heads up, protect yourself when you're in a relationship, because you don't even know if they are going to try to exploit you and sex traffic you. There are people that are right next to you in church that are sex traffickers. So watch your backs, trust God, stay in alignment, ask for guidance. Oh yeah, I just remembered something. Don't know if I have time to say it, but I'm gonna try. Okay? May our minds work together to find mutual understanding. May I see you true and be seen in kind. May our words reveal more than they obscure. Most of all, may our minds, eyes, and tongues be guided by our hearts and the language far older than words. For inquiries of services, I can be reached at graceonajourney@gmail.com. For donations, $MS Grace on a Journey. Live by grace. Release, retreat,